Today is Thursday, October 26, 2017. I have a new suit on.
411.
I gotta say, it does
Going
feel good.
down.
You know, I stopped wearing suits 6 months ago, maybe a year ago, just because I lost some of my motivation when it came to work. But, you know, I started focusing back on my business. Bought a new black suit, new shirt and tie. Still can't record the elevator. Something that I will add in addition that I recently realized. It's not a good idea to eat in a restaurant or eat in general with a suit jacket on. Because I looked at part of what prompted me getting this suit was in part missing or needed a black suit. The other part was I looked at the a blue suit that I was wearing, or had just finished wearing, and there was fruit stains all over. ¿Cómo está? Buenos días. There were fruit stains all over, and that's because I was eating with my suit jacket on. That's not smart. By the way, another thing too, kids, that I hope you'll always remember about me: always be nice to people, especially people who, you know, clean around you, take care of the grounds and maintenance. You know, I think a lot of times people forget that they're humans. Don't treat them nicely, treat them as if they're the help or something, and that's not nice. So always say hi to them, especially our people. Always speak to them in Spanish, our native language. And be courteous to them and take care of them when you can. That's it, off to work. Alright, the police guy who's usually under the bridge is finally pulling someone over. He's pulling over this pickup truck. I wonder why though. I didn't notice if he did anything. Doesn't look like he has anything on him. That's weird. Well, what I just realized is difficult when it comes to not eating with the suit is if you're driving a car and have to eat in your car, you're gonna get dirty. And like right now, I have 5 minutes to get to a call block with this woman that I can't stand, Nora. Ugh. You know, and I don't want to be late because I don't want to give her reasons to bitch and moan. You know, she's an underling. She's underneath me, but still, she fucking bitches and moans about everything. I call her the angry bird because she always has this angry look. She's this Ukrainian Russian dry piece of toast. She's so fucking annoying to be around. Anyway, so I might have to eat in the car. So how do I avoid getting dirty? Don't know. Alright, so I just met with my new therapist that I've been seeing for about a month. His name is Dr. William Penny. I think he's a doctor. If not, he's a very well licensed guy from NYU, which is a great university. And you know, he's very good. He's identifying a lot of core issues that and we're starting to, I think, make some really good headway. So I wanted to share with you some of the realizations that I've made over the course of my meetings with him. And I would say that one of the core fundamental challenges that I've been dealing with is that my happiness is very much tied to my constant desire to almost prove myself to myself and to the world. You know, I came from a very challenging background in that my father left me when I was born. Whether it's my mother's fault or my father's fault is irrelevant for this topic of conversation. I spent a lot of time by myself in isolation because, you know, my mother was a single mother who you know, had to work, and I would be alone a lot in my apartment, which is why I never wanted to have just one child, because I know how difficult that can be, not having a sibling. And also I was bullied very, very much in high school. Elementary school as well, but not as bad as in high school. So as a result of high school, I've been in this constant struggle to prove myself to the world and also to myself. And on top of that, I also had a very, very hypercritical mother who, as I've probably shared in previous videos as an example, you know, when I graduated from college, I graduated with honors. There's cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude, something to that effect. I graduated with the first level of honors, and when I, you know, got my honors cords, I visualized putting that over my mother's shoulders and saying to her, "This is for you, Mom," and her being proud and, you know, saying, "Oh, mijo, thank you." But instead of that happening, when I put the honors cords around her shoulder and said, "This is for you, Mom," she said, "Oh, that's nice, mijo, but next time get those," meaning the highest level of honors. And although I'm sure her intentions were pure, she wanted to challenge me to go for a higher level of honors. It had an opposing effect. It was very much, you know, detrimental to my self-esteem, feeling that, like, wow, I'm never good enough for my mother. And, you know, those things contributed to my feeling like I'm never good enough. So because of that, you know, I've turned that into a positive thing, you know, working on Wall Street, it being the influence for my career and my drive to succeed in life. So I turned a negative into a positive. But at the same time, I have a lot of beasts and demons that I've had to work with. Those beasts and demons being, you know, never being satisfied with myself, and therefore always constantly in a quest to acquire things, you know. And the classic example is I'm trying to think of a good example. So I lost this Bluetooth headset as an example. I just found it, thank God. And after I lost it, like, I felt this constant urge to go acquire it again, to buy a new one. I lost the GoPro that I'm, you know, recording now with a new one. You know, when I lost the original GoPro, I had this constant nagging desire to go buy another one, you know? And could I buy it? Yeah, well, technically I could, because I had the money for it. Should I have bought it? Well, the answer to that is no. And the reason why is because, you know, I used money that I could have otherwise saved. I could have, you know, I spent on the GoPro that I lost, and I spent on the Rolex pen that I had to replace. I got what I think is a knockoff. I don't think it's the real one. But between the two of those things, I spent probably $1,100 to $1,200. Okay? That's $1,100 to $1,200 that I could have saved. Now, do I find use in the GoPro? Yeah, I constantly record my life. But I could have used my cell phone. I could have waited. I could have saved for it. You know, I could have gotten, instead of the brand new GoPro that just came out, I could have gotten the GoPro that I had before and saved $200. No, instead I had to get the newest GoPro that just came out. You know, the Rolex pen. You know, I didn't have to buy another Rolex pen. I could have just gotten a very nice pen at whatchamacallit, at the engraving place. I forgot their name, in the mall. You know, which I've done before and paid $150 or less. Yeah, definitely less. Instead of the $500 to $600 that I paid for the Rolex pen, which I think is actually fake now that I got it. You know, but the point is that I'm in this constant need to acquire instead of being happy with the things that I have. I wanted to buy one of those things that you use for a controller for, not an Xbox, but for the Apple TV that I have, because it was something new to acquire, something new to have, something new toy to play with, you know. And it's not bad to want new things and toys, but when that becomes the principal manner in which you find your happiness, that's when it becomes a problem. And the other thing to further complicate it is that when I would acquire these new things, I'd get bored with them. So let's say the remote control. Had I purchased a remote control for a connection to the Apple TV, which I didn't, I would have used it one night, maybe a second night, and then it would sit and catch dust, you know, because that is how I operate. That is how I, you know, function. I acquire things to find immediate gratification, and then I get bored with it, and I move on to the next thing that can give me immediate gratification. And that is what is not healthy. And that is symptomatic of my trying to constantly find happiness in the acquisition of things, you know. And I'm forced to ask myself, why do I try to seek happiness in the acquisition of things? And what this therapist has helped me kind of realize is that the reason why is because I want to be able to feel that I can purchase these things. I'm going to pause there and continue. So I was saying that the reason why I constantly acquire things is because I want to feel that I am able to do so. I want to be able to feel, and yes, show to the world, not so much now as in my past, but yeah, show to the world that I can do these things. But more for myself, to show to myself that I can do these things. But why? And is that healthy? It can be healthy, but in a mitigated fashion that makes sense. It could be healthy. Now, the reason why I do it, which in my opinion isn't healthy, is because I went through a very difficult time in my life. You know, you kids, assuming that you're hopefully someday watching these videos, you know, you're not going to remember any of the challenges that I went through to have some of the things that we had and experience the success that I believe I'm experiencing. You won't remember it because you were so young that you won't have any memories. And even if you did, you wouldn't have noticed, because we lived a decent lifestyle even when we were, you know, flat broke, and your mother was paying for pretty much everything, and I was consuming my 401k retirement plan to be able to survive. But there was a period in my life where, to achieve the success that I now have achieved, it took me a very long 15 years really to get to where I am. And many of those 15 years were me not making money, me not having money, me being broke, me watching other people have money and spend money and go to clubs or go to fine restaurants, you know, and wear Rolex watches, and me not being able to do that. So that caused me a significant amount of sadness and depression when I couldn't achieve the things that I felt that other people were achieving, you know. And the reality is many of these people weren't achieving it. The reality is many of these people were just faking the front. You know, the reality is that, you know, many of these people that I thought were like hugely successful now are out of the business. They're broke. One person, he's working construction now because he's out of the business. Other people were in the business longer than I have been. You know, I've been comparing myself also against giants. You know, like Jason Olivo. He's a $1 million producer. He's also been in the business 10 years longer than I have. But this is who I would compare myself against. In either event, the point is that there were periods in my life where I was flat broke. And when you're flat broke and have no money to do anything, it's a sad feeling to not be able to go out and have a decent, you know, dinner. I don't mean like McDonald's. I mean like, you know, in a nice restaurant. It's a sucky feeling to want to get a piece of technology but not be able to because you don't have the money. It's a sucky feeling to want to travel but not be able to because you don't have the money. It's a sucky fucking feeling, you know? It's a sucky feeling to want to drive a nicer car but not be able to because you don't have the money. You know, and I've always aspired to greater things. And when you aspire to greater things but then can't accomplish it, it's a sucky fucking feeling. So when I finally was able to acquire these things, I went into this mode of acquisition. I finally can do it. So let me start acquiring. And I would also acquire because I was never confident that it would last. You know, this coming November, I'll be 5 years at JP Morgan. To be quite frank with you, I didn't think I would last 2 years because I was so used to things not working out in my life that I was like, something will go wrong and I will eventually get fired. Maybe it's for compliance reasons, maybe it's a customer complaint, maybe it's lack of production. I didn't know what it was, but I was ready to just lose my career, lose my job at JP Morgan. So I didn't think
you know, my success would last. So that's why I was constantly in this mode of acquisition. And what I've learned, and in conclusion, because this is a long-ass video, what I've learned in life is that my happiness cannot be based on acquisition. My happiness cannot be based on, you know, a Mercedes, a Rolex. My happiness has to be based on who I am as a person. And what I'm now starting to work towards, and that I want you kids to hopefully work towards as well, is that happiness being not in me being a Wall Streeter, but in my knowledge that if I were to lose my job at JP Morgan today, I have within me the characteristics of being a go-getter. If I lose today my job, I will be back on a high horse. I don't know how today, just how I didn't know 6 years ago when I was broke, how I was going to make money and how I was going to be, you know, in a very comfortable financial position. I had no idea, but it happened. And I know that if I fail, I will somehow make it work again. And those are the characteristics that I need to be happy about. I know that I am a person who works with integrity, who cares about the clients that I have. I know that I am smart, that I can sell, that I'm professional. You know, these are characteristics that I need to base my happiness on, not the acquisition of things, but on who I am as a person. So hopefully you guys can work towards that, because as your father, that's my goal. I want to get you guys to do that. And I plan on doing that through self-hypnosis, recordings that I've used, getting you guys to read self-help books that I've read and, you know, have been hugely helpful to me. That's not proper English. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll record more later. I am entering the Paramus Park Mall, I think it's called. And about to do one of my favorite things, which is getting a massage from this woman called Emma. She's really amazing, very good at what she does. But beforehand, I'm going to see if I maybe find another. This is the place where I get my foot massages. That TV will turn on soon and they'll play little fishies and hear my feet dangling, waiting for the hot water. I don't know, just relaxing, chill-maxing, waiting out, cooling. That's it. Say hi, Emma.
What's this?
For my memories. Camera?
Oh, camera.
Yeah.
Small.
Yeah, very small.
Yeah.
What's this? It's a camera. Hi, kitty. No one's kidding. What the hell is that?
A bracelet.
A bracelet?
Yeah, for you.
Make sure you don't choke yourself, right?
It's loose.
Oh, thank you, son. Appreciate it. Very nice. Oh, very nice. Very cute. Very cute. How you guys doing? Homework's hard? Great. Exactly the thing I wanted to hear coming in. Life is always hard. Hi, dogs. How are you? Alright, stop peeing on yourself. Hello. Okay. Alright. Hey. Nope. Thanks here. Jesus. Ugh. Hi, Mommy. What are you sitting on the floor for? I don't know why the GoPro takes so long to turn on. Like, I missed like 2 seconds of quality action, whereas the other one, it wasn't like that. Is that going up? Oh, why'd you press down? Who pressed down? Is there anyone in there? Michael. What did I say about hitting your sister? Huh? Then why are you hitting?
I'm hiding.
Why are you hiding? Oh, fine. Say hello. Hello. What's up, Lala? It's me.
Happy birthday. That was like 2 weeks ago. Happy birthday.
Yes, almost finished the month, my love.
Hello.
¿Por qué no me avisó de haber hecho tostadito a mis nietitos?
Because I don't check text messages because como
No
lo...
puedo morirme, tú no checas text messages.
No. I see the first sentence. So, I mean, if it says I'm dying, then I'll open it. Alright, well, I'm gonna probably start experimenting with the GoPro being connected to my chest, because since it has a pretty awesome video stabilization, curious to see what it'll look like, so we're gonna give it a try. And meanwhile, I am going to get pizza or I don't know, bagel, not sure, probably bagel. All right, this is my attempt to record using a clip that I have on the front of my shirt and the GoPro, and probably see it there, and to test the video stabilization, see how that works out. So that way, if the video stabilization makes a big difference, then I might actually keep this GoPro, because it is kind of bulky, and I don't like it that every time I hit start, it takes like 2 seconds for the video to start recording. This thing just stopped recording for some reason. You see, I don't get it. This GoPro has so much potential but keeps acting up. Ugh. This looks good. Panini, chicken fajita, chicken parmesan. I come here for the bagel though. Hey, can I get a plain bagel toasted, extra well done dark, not too much cream cheese, please? Thanks. Alright, let's see if my bagel is came out the way I like it. Usually the way I like my bagel is for it to be well done, nice and dark with not too much cream cheese, so that way the cream cheese melts as I grab it. So let's see if that is the case this time. Hoping so, because that's what makes this place so special. Hasn't exactly melted, but oh well. So basically today I found out that my kids aren't doing too well in school. That doesn't make me too happy. And the reason why it's happening is because we kind of fell off when it came to watching them, when it came to homework assignments and things of the sort. As they've been getting older, we've been letting them kind of be more independent and on their own. And this is the first year where we kind of stopped paying too much attention when it came to homework. That was a mistake. So what I think I want to do, I want to use this as an opportunity to teach them the value of money and working and earning a living. So the thought process is, I'm going to have my wife bring $30 or so in dollars, and I'll bring $30 as well, because we figure there's about $30 or less than 30 school days in a month, and every day that they do homework and successfully give it to me without me having to ask them to, and that they successfully do a good job of, you know, completing their homework and studying, I'll give them $1 for the day, and I'll let them save that money up and do whatever they want with it while teaching them to save at the same time. Hopefully this will teach them the value of money and working, and more importantly academics, that if they study they'll get paid, and it'll be like a motivating force for them to do well in school. It's either that or pay for a tutor, which I don't want to do because that's a lot more expensive, so hopefully this will work out better. Alright. the next 9 minutes, or actually 14 minutes, I have a web conference with Professor Peter Becker for HUMA E100. And he is a very difficult professor, but you know what? I gotta say, he is certainly refining my writing and improving it, so can't complain that much. But I gotta figure out how to get to my doctor's appointment, and I left my fucking car unlocked. I gotta figure out how to get to my doctor's appointment in time, and then sign in to good old Peter Becker. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Beat the traffic wherever you go. Okay. Let's see if I can. I made it in time to Dr. Snady's office. My appointment's at 3:30, and my web conference with Professor Becker is in 3 minutes. So I made it, and I'm using my mobile app Zoom, because nowadays, and maybe by the time you kids watch this, this will be like a regular thing, but I'm able to sign into Harvard classes online and mobilely. Who knows where Professor Becker is? He's probably in, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something funny because he's a dry piece of toast. I don't know what just happened. Did this thing stop recording? It didn't, but it looks like I pressed auto exposure or some crap accidentally. Anyway, so yeah, so maybe in the future this will be like a common thing, but for us it's pretty much new technology where I'm able to web conference a professor and be in a class from anywhere in the world. It's pretty fucking amazing. Still waiting for Professor Becker to start the meeting. It's now 3:16. Oh, there you go. Hey, Professor Becker, how are you? Yes, I figured it was a short meeting, and I have a doctor's appointment, so yeah. Oh yeah, it's just a regular appointment with my gastroenterologist. Nothing crazy. Heart for the Street is a ministry that I started where pretty much I do multiple things. I organize volunteer events to help homeless people in the streets. But the two primary things that I've also started doing is, I don't know if you can see the camera. I have a camera on me. I always walk around with a camera because I record different things, but primarily for Heart for the Street, I record different organizations, so that way I can create videos about those organizations to help them find volunteers and help them find donors to their organizations. And so I'm somewhat of a documentary type person for homeless institutions. Yeah, so that's Heart for the Street. Yes. Yeah, faith-based. Yes. 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 Yeah. Okay. Well, my understanding with the extension school, I really can only do religion, so I don't know that at Harvard there's anything specific I could do. But my long-term goal is I'd really love it if I could be like an apologist, maybe a writer someday, which is why I'm enjoying this class. There's this guy called Dr. William Lane Craig that I listen to and look at a lot. I think he's great. I aspire to be like him in many ways. And I would love, my dream retirement job would be
like a college professor of theology. I think I would like be very happy if I could do that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Investments. Yep. I did. Yes. They did. Yes. There was only one thing that I didn't know the answer to, which was, so because I used the Kindle, I don't have page numbers. It doesn't say page numbers. So I don't know. I don't know how to like reference. What I did in a previous class was, because they do come with page numbers, but they're digital page numbers. And my understanding is, however, that they vary. So it could be page 2150 on a Kindle, but then on another e-reader, it could be page 154. So, you know, I don't know how you want me to. I'll buy the book if you want me to, if it'll help you. Mm-mm. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So I completed my thingamajig with what's his name, Peter Brecker, and you know, it wasn't so bad. He said I made some big improvements when it came to my essay initially, and it's a tough class though, so it has me nervous. It really does. I just need a B in this fucking thing, you know, but still it has me nervous. What he suggested is that I reread the text and tease out more material, make more stronger connections between, for example, I was referencing the pool table and the game of chance, and maybe I should focus more on the skill related with the game of pool versus the actual chance behind it, because I mentioned 4 corners. So instead, maybe I should focus on how the game of pool is a game of skill. And he said something about community, how, you know, I guess how each people take turns, and how you hit one ball can affect the other player's next move, you know, so teasing out in that way. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. But anyway, about to go into Dr. Snady's office and continue my day from there. Alright. My wife just gave me a nice little scare because Isabella wasn't answering the phone. But she finally did, and now I'm going into Dr. Snady's office. She has a very nice office with beautiful views of New York City. This is a home I'd love to own someday. Hello, how are you? Oh, I love this place. Oh man, this place is so nice. I used to have a view like this when I lived on Boulevard East in West New York. Sure. Thank you. This Mm-hmm.
And here's the mouth, the esophagus, and the stomach.
Uh-huh.
And here's the diaphragm. Normally the stomach is below the diaphragm. So when we eat, food goes down, sits in the bottom, little gas comes up. So the stomach actually can twist a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And when it twists like this around the esophagus,
Uh-huh.
it's like if you twisted a hose, right? And the stuff can't come up as well because it's a little twisted shut, just like with a hose, right? So that's part of the way the valve here works.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When you get a hiatal hernia, which you have a little one, not a big one, thank goodness, but a little one, part of the stomach slips above this diaphragm.
Uh-huh.
So now that angle, which was a 90-degree angle before, it's gone, so that the twisting mechanism is kind of gone. So all you have is the muscle at the bottom to stop stuff from coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So stuff in your stomach can just come up easily. And when it comes up, if it gets up into the vocal cord area, it starts to cause irritation in the vocal cords, the pharynx tissues. And so in you, something called the arytenoids, they have tissue around them. And so they become a little prominent and they're like floppy. And so they become floppy so that the stuff comes up. They're there to sort of cover your vocal cords so that the food doesn't get in them. But, you know, needless to say, if they get in and hit something, then they can cause a cough, right? So that's your problem. And so your reflux isn't bad. It's just annoying. So here's the biopsies, you know, and this shows, you know, you don't have any eosinophilic, this is a copy for you. So you don't have any eosinophilic esophagitis, that's good. You have a little chronic inflammation right at the lower part of your esophagus, no Barrett's, so that's good. No H. pylori over here, right?
Got rid of that, which is great.
Which got rid of that, right? Exactly. And then the small intestine shows also a little inflammation from a little extra acid, but not bad, nothing bad. Okay, that's your copy.
Thank you.
That's for you to eat. And
So is there any way to get rid of a hiatal hernia?
well, you know, you can operate on it, but I only send, you know, one out of you know, very rarely. Let's put it that way. You know, maybe 10 people in 20 years.
Okay.
You know, because they really were having problems with it, and we can get rid of it with medication.
Oh, I see. So it's possible.
You haven't even started taking all the medicines you can take for this.
Oh, okay, cool. So there is a solution, in other words.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, awesome. I was afraid there wouldn't be.
No.
How did the hiatal hernia cause? Is it from the coughing?
Overeating, a little overweight, eating late, lifting weights, lifting things, and just plain getting a little older. You know, the diaphragm gets a little weaker, and then you can.
And the cough probably contributes to that also, since I cough aggressively.
Coughing doesn't help, that's for sure. You know, because that gets stuff to come up a little.
Right.
But it's really, you know, a little cough here or there, but if like you're really, really coughing, you know, then stuff is certainly going to be coming up and down because you're coughing. You know? So that's going to cause a little more reflux. But it's more that the reflux causes the cough rather than the other way around. Okay?
I see.
So, you know, you lost a little more weight, so that's good. So you just keep doing that. That's going to help with the reflux. And what are you taking now for the acid?
The Dexilant in the morning, and then I take omeprazole 40 milligrams. I usually try to wait later in the night because I feel that helps me a little bit when it comes to sleeping.
And you thought the Dexilant was better in the morning versus the
Yeah. Yeah, the Dexilant, I guess, I don't know if it's psychological, but I feel like... Yeah. And my wife. Yeah, she
She doesn't like it. I gotta sleep on the couch a lot because I wake her up.
And that's all you're taking.
Yes.
No
Well,
sulfate, no carafate, no famotidine, nothing like that.
I take candies, antacids. Antacids.
Which ones?
I don't know. I just
Tums or Gaviscon?
I don't know. It's like yeah. I just know it's fruity flavored and it tastes good.
I think those are Tums, yeah.
Probably Tums, yeah.
Yeah. So problem with Tums is it relieves the acid sort of right away, but has calcium in it. And calcium can stimulate the stomach to make more acid.
Ah.
So Gaviscon is better.
Gaviscon. Okay. All right. I'll head to CVS for that then. Gaviscon. Good to know.
You just open up the cabinet, you'll see an empty bottle in there. You'll see what it looks like. Just right around. See it right there? No, that's the coffee.
Oh.
Right next to it. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Fast acting. Do they come in?
The tablets work better. They come in liquids, but that's the tablets.
Okay.
So they're kind of, they'll be just like the ones you're taking, but it's a different medicine.
Do they taste like tablets or do they taste like
No, they taste pretty good. You chew them up, and then they kind of get foamy. So like a sort of a marshmallowy taste in your mouth.
Okay.
And they sort of like foam. It's a little sort of thick, and that's what you want to swallow. So if your mouth is a little dry, take a swallow of something first, like the tea that I told you is good to help your throat.
Right.
And then you chew them up, and then you swallow them.
Okay.
And then that foam will actually go slowly down and coat everything. And then it's designed to float on top of everything. So if anything does reflux, hopefully it's the Gaviscon that refluxes. So it's kind of an interesting product.
My theory was that if I take well, now it'll be Gaviscon, but if I take a Gaviscon, let's say every couple of hours, that might help things.
Yeah.
Is that a good theory?
You could do that. Yeah. Just see how it goes.
Yeah.
Can't hurt to take one every few hours.
Right. Yeah.
You need.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the other thing I want you to do is, how's your insurance for medications? Pretty good?
I think so. Yeah. Well, and if it's not, then it might be worth it.
There's this, and then there's this. Okay, so these are basically the same thing, okay? But these are the tablets, and this is a liquid. So this costs a lot more, and so some insurances don't want to pay for it. So basically, if they do give you the liquid, I'll write for a prescription for the liquid. If they do give it to you, something like this, you basically shake it up, and then take a nice little good swallow. And since a lot of the problem is in your throat, gargle it before you swallow. All this does is it sticks to whatever's sore and helps it heal. It doesn't even get into your bloodstream. So it's really a safe medicine.
Okay.
And that will stick to everything here, stick to your esophagus, stick to the stomach. It absorbs bile also. So it's really great. So shake it up, swallow it. Last thing at night, first thing in the morning. Like as soon as you wake up.
Okay.
Like if you wake up to go to the bathroom at 5, 6 in the morning before you're going to actually get up, do it then. Because then you need like 20 minutes where you don't really eat anything because you want it to do its thing. You don't want to wash it away right away.
Right.
So that's the liquid. Now,
What does it taste like?
it's not bad. It's not bad. I wouldn't drink it like order in a restaurant, but it's not bad. It's a little bit sort of chalky also, but it doesn't taste as good as the Gaviscon. The Gaviscon actually tastes good, especially the cherry flavor. Now, if your insurance doesn't want to pay for the liquid, it comes as tablets. So just tell the pharmacist, okay, give me tablets. You take this, take a little teacup or something like that, put it in, cover it with water. You let it sit there for about 10 minutes. You kind of touch it, breaks into little pieces. That's essentially the liquid. And then you just take that.
Okay.
You got to take it as the liquid. Don't take it as the pill, because we're trying to treat up here and here. Once you take the pill, it drops straight into your stomach.
Doesn't
do anything for those areas.
Gotcha.
Okay? So that's the most important thing.
Okay. Cool.
Right? I'll write your prescription for that.
What is that called?
That's called Carafate or Sucralfate.
Okay.
What's the other name? But it's basically the same, the same medicine.
Okay. Carafate or sucralfate.
So I'm going to write 3 times a day, but you're only going to do it twice.
Morning and evening.
And if you really think it's helping, and then you want to have it at your work, you can do it just in the middle of the day, but then you can't eat for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Just let it do its thing, and then you can eat.
Okay. That sounds very, the concept makes sense to me on that one.
Right. And you don't want to pay for it. Say, can you give me the pills instead? And that's going to be much less.
Okay.
So it just depends on what you want to do. The liquid's easier. So you might want to do it like this. The heck with it, just buy the
And the place where I'm here, where my kids have cut their hair before, and I cut my hair one time where the guy screams like, yo my nigga, Jennifer Lopez. And they cut really good hair though, so I may not be able to record much because my battery is about to die, but we shall see how much I can get. And if not, I'll record more later. I think this is it. But at least I only have to wait until 5:30, so I'll probably use them anyway because I don't feel like driving around looking for shit. In the meanwhile, I will charge my trying to save what I ruined some time ago. Now, where is it that I wanted to go? Oh, CVS and home. Where's my phone? Put that there so I can. Now, right now, it's not because you're here.
But it's like faded?
Yeah, this part here.
It will start fading once the battery starts dying.
Oh,
So
that's
it's
what it is. So it's not the thing itself.
No, that'll happen with every GoPro.
Really?
It pretty much dims itself to save battery.
Oh, okay. Damn, you know your shit, bro. Coño. All right, so then I guess I won't exchange it then. How much time do I have to exchange it?
How long did you purchase it?
2 weeks
Aren't
maybe?
you an Elite Plus member?
Yeah.
You give me like 45 days.
45 days.
Yeah.
All right, so then it is acting normal, so maybe I should keep it then, huh? Now the battery is consuming. Now another question I had that made like 3-4 seconds for it to record. That didn't happen with my small one. Any clues on that? It start recording. That's why. So you see, it does it without it. GoPro. Now you're fucked because I am recording. Ha! There's your camera face. This man right here is the man. He knows his shit. You know, these guys over at Best Buy, they take really good care of me. I really appreciate them. They know how to treat a customer. Well, I'm happy to announce that it looks like I'll be able to replace my Rolex pen through Tourneau. I have a contact over there who I think she sold me a watch. I don't remember, but in either event, she says sounds like she's gonna get me one. And in return, I'm going to try to put her in front of some of my wealthier clients so that way she could hopefully get some good leads from there. We'll find out. Jesus Christ. What is it with you guys and scaring me?
Okay,
Let me eat. Guys, it just started. We have time. I'm going to eat real quick. Papi, the trail starts at 7 o'clock. That's the good part. All right, so let me eat real quick, and then we'll head out, okay? Papi, it won't be the end of it. Let me eat real quick, and then we'll go, okay? Hi, Mommy, I'm here. What do you mean no food? Mommy already put the food in the thing for me. Because your mommy loves me. Right, Mommy? Hi, Mommy. Oh, que miedo. Hi, Mommy.
He already went all the way.
Look, horses. The pool?
Yeah. We could go to the pool there.
This way. Miss Woods Park. Alright, what should we do first? Haunted house, the hayride, the trail. What should we do?
I want to walk around.
Alright, let's walk around.
Come back. I want to see Stella.
Stella.
It's a big cow. You're not speaker. Why'd they put like such a small kid?
It looks like Chicharito. You want to pet an animal? Oh, look at that goat.
How's it go not jump over the fence?
What?
How's it go not jump over the fence?
I don't know. You want to pet it?
I don't want to get horned.
Nah, he won't horn you. He doesn't have horns. Let's walk this way. There's a haunted house thing here. Yeah, of course. I think this is the ride for the horses. The line, I mean. Yeah, let's go this way. You lead the way, Mike. Where are we going? Bella, stay close to me. Jesus Christ, that kid scared me. I don't know. Bella, stay close. You're not by yourself.
Bro, you're scared.
I face this way. Smile, please. Smile. Bella. Smile. Smile. But don't move, Bella. Stay still, please. Michael. Stay still, guys. Alright, ready? Alright, good. That's a nice one. Where are we going now? The trail?
It's over there at the park.
Alright, let's go.
I remember when I went
Yeah,
to
sure.
camp. I remember when I went to camp and I got stuck on all these things. Doggy. What the?
Where?
Oh.
Aww. Nice doggy. Hope there isn't any dog poop.
Imagine step on it.
Alright, come on.
What do you want?
Alright.
Wow.
Sorry.
It's a pallet.
Who's your parent?
Scream because
Oh, okay.
Isabella, can we go to park?
Wait. Hey, not trying to cut, but they're asking if they could go together. Is that all right with y'all? Sorry, because we were, yeah, sorry. Just thought I'd explain, because they're like friends or whatever. Thank you, sorry. Oh, that guy's scary. Let's head back this way, see where his sister is. Let's check on her, come on. Because the line is moving pretty fast.
Hi, Connor again. Hey, Mike.
Alright, I'm telling you where it is now. It's out the exit, make a left where the where the cops are. That's where the guy said.
Out here?
Through the exit, make a left and where the cops are. That's
All
what.
right,
That's
thank
what.
you.
Welcome. Where's my daughter? Michael. Okay, great.
We can't.
Where'd your Olivia go? Friends now are. They're probably that's them right there. We found it.
Rihanna, he has his phone.
Rihanna.
Yes. Okay. Sit down the dog.
Oh my God.
Run, Joseph. Joseph, run. Why are you standing?
But how'd you get it? What happened? Let's go, come on.
Because you kept
Yes,
Who's
girl.
Isabella? Who's Isabella?
I named her thank
Yes,
you.
you did. Can you hold your phone?
Mikey, let's go. I'm like the official guardian of the fourth graders. Papi, come on. They're like no adults with these kids. Like, I don't know if that's normal or not, but... Papi, come on, stay close to me.
Ya, de me cause it's angry. I'm seeing scars.
Careful, you'll fall. Careful, watch your head, watch your head. Careful.
Much better. I feel a little bit dizzy. That's the line for the haunted.
Yeah, you want to go now?
No, but is that?
Yeah, there's like no line now.
No.
You want to go in?
No.
Give it a try?
No.
What are you afraid of?
Everything.
Why?
Because I am.
What do you think is going to happen?
Death.
Why would death happen? Let's use logic here. Okay, but why would that happen?
I'm scared of monsters.
Are there monsters in there? Are they real monsters or are they humans dressed up as monsters?
Come on. Some are robots.
Some are robots. There are no robots in there.
Okay.
What the hell? Why are all these kids jumping for? Okay, so if they're humans dressed up as monsters, could anything happen to you? What could happen?
They can hurt me.
But they're humans. They're doing it acting.
Some aren't.
They all are. So let's think this through. So would the town of Secaucus, which includes the police, set up a trail so that kids could go there and get hurt? Why would the police do that?
Because they're probably not police.
Because they're probably not police. Okay. That's a tough one. Who are they then?
Prisoner.
They might be prisoners. So,
Broke out of jail, dressing up like cops, stealing cop cars.
and they arrange this whole community festival that they do every year.
Not every year.
They do this every single year. So you're trying to tell me that a bunch of prisoners broke out of jail, somehow managed to not get caught, and arranged this annual festival of Halloween that they do every year so that they could dress up as monsters and kill people. Okay. Has anyone died at all from what you can see? Where? Who?
My feminine, you never seen that.
Of course he did. He's running around with his father right now, probably. Ay, Dios mío. You look like a bird, Mike.
I'm the bird from the gods.
From the what?
I'm the white bird I'm the god bird.
The god bird?
Yeah.
What time is it? Oh, there's your sister.
Oh, God, that hurt.
I'm gonna do that.
All right.
It hurt. It hurt.
Hold on tight, kid.
All the way deep in there.
Hold on tight, kid.
What? Who?
Thanks, bud. Oh man, this thing really is hard. You almost headbutt me.
Okay, time to go on the wheel machine. Let's go.
You have the worst luck with that wheelie thing.
Well, we might as well keep doing that.
Get me some Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, well, actually, no, just ice cream. I deserve it. It's good. But by myself, because buying for the kids is expensive. Ah, you're kidding me. Fucking A, man. Drive-through only. That sucks balls. Well, the guy at Dunkin' Donuts, this Puerto Rican guy, I think he is. The first time I encountered him at the Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru was kind of weird, because like we made eye contact and like it was one of those extended stares, like, what are you looking at? You know, and he even said, he was like, what are you looking at? And I was like, I don't know, you're looking at me. Or something like that. It was weird because it was like confrontational, but then it was like, hey, we misunderstood each other, no beef kind of a thing. Anyway, I forgot my wallet at home, and this time I pulled up and I'm trying to figure out on my phone how to get the card added on. He was like, hey man, I see you here all the time, don't worry about it. You know, just get me the next time you come back. So that was really, really cool of him. I appreciate that. I'm gonna have to do something nice to reciprocate. Whew. How's it going? Thank you. This is what I looked like today. Friday, October. All day today was Friday, October 27, 2017. Hello, excuse me.
You want to Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah, to get something for mommy and I.
That's what you want to do.
Yes, because if I take you guys, Daddy, can I get this? Daddy, can I get that? Why aren't you taking a shower? Hey guys, it smells like piss once again. Ta-da! Here you go, Chupacabra. Yes, you are.
Chupote cabra.